And we're live. Okay. Hello all, hello world. Apologies for being a couple minutes late. I guess this is kind of normal for the course for me. For better or for worse. Yeah, so this is day 73 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Hello Fortnite gamer, good to see that you're here early. Yeah, it got really cold outside really quickly, so I'm a little bit suited up, but yeah, we're gonna continue working on the backend today. Yeah, last time we started working on the data structures. I think today we're gonna implement some of them, and then maybe start thinking about how we're gonna, I guess, lower down from our IR down to some semblance of assembly. I'm not really sure how I plan on doing this yet, but I have some ideas on what that will look like. So yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so let's look at the pile that we have. We have this nice little backend directory now, which is very nice. So we have a bunch of headers, and they have some stuff in them, but the C++ files are all completely empty right now, so we're gonna try and get some stuff pasted in there. Hopefully it doesn't make too much of a mess. I think this might be a good file to start with. Let me actually switch which half of the screen each is on. Yeah, so let's include this. Let's include instruction, lir.h. Namespace that real quick. Yeah, okay. So that's a good start. I think I could probably, I want to steal this real quick and throw it in everything because I think that will be pretty important. Oh right, paste eats it up. Did you see the GitHub? Sorry, which one again? I might just be a little bit terse today. Terse? Dense? Slow, I guess. Just sent it? Yeah, let me take a look. If you put it in chat, I think it blocks links, so you'll have to send it through Discord probably. Okay, so what needs to go in here? I guess we can just steal all of these. Okay. Is this something I can show on stream? Or is this something I should just keep on my second monitor? In the meantime, I'll continue running here. Okay, so I'm good to put it on stream. Okay. Ooh. That's useful. Yeah, okay. This seems like it'd be pretty useful. I don't really see, like, I guess I'm not familiar with my name. Preview PNG. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, M and oh, I see. Okay. had to think about what that is for a second. Oh, wow, that's really cool actually. It seems like it could be pretty useful. I imagine there's a good use case for it. And then select the, yeah, I mean this is kind of how it has to be, so I don't blame you for a wall. This manual mode? I see. Okay, well, that's really cool. Thank you for sharing. What's good, Niraj? Good to see you. Get label. This should just return label. This should block. Top part is one of the most useful things. Let me take a closer look then. Tell me what specifically I'm looking at. Any tips for learning DSA? It's honestly just hours, I think. You gotta... I think you just kind of have to like stare at it a lot to be able to like think about it in a reasonable sense. I also think if you understand how things are implemented, it becomes a little bit easier to do anything with. Auto locates the minimum executable and caches it. Oh, that's really cool. Wait, that's quite cool. Okay, so then... Oh, is it stored like... I see, it's stored in cache file. Let me just look up what it is real quick. Ah, I see. Okay, that makes complete sense. Okay, so if it's cached, then we set the path. And then if it doesn't exist, then we check the oh, okay. And then we check another place. And then we ask for it. Okay, that's quite cool. That's very ergonomic actually. I quite like that. Entire C drive is like crazy though, low-key. What happens if in the full C drive level it finds multiple valid files? Yeah, I mean, I guess fair enough. I also feel like if it's just not in a common location, they should just have to enter it by hand. Code review stream? Nah, I just enjoy taking a look at community projects. It's all good fun. Once it finds one, it stops. I see. Okay. And then I assume there's like a deterministic order to some degree. Have you thought about like just expanding the scope out from the current directory? Just like progressively until it finds something? I imagine this took a while. It already takes me a while to write bash scripts because it's just like a mess to have to worry about. So it's quite cool actually. Mode selection. 7 days, damn. Yeah, that is a lot of time for a script. That's really cool. Wow. Yeah, this path selection thing is really cool to me. I guess I've never thought about how that should be implemented, but I imagine if I wanted to like write, say like a cargo replacement or something, I would need to do something similar. Or like something with like a git clone, because I would need to like find where the git root repo is, or the root directory is rather. Unsee a preview. Yeah, I do not have manim. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna move on swiftly back to writing my code because I want to make decent headway on this at least. Yeah, once again, thank you for sharing. That's what I spent my week doing. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good week, good use of a week, to be honest. That seems quite cool. Okay, so block is done. We wanna use program. It's kind of just a storage unit for that, honestly. This seems a little bit redundant. Pretty use of time when jobless and still school? Yeah, I feel that. You could probably say that about any project, to be honest. Like, that's kind of what I'm doing here anyway, so it would be very wrong of me to judge, at least, for someone doing that. Okay. I'm not commentating this too much because it's literally just like constructor and like getters. There's not really anything interesting happening here. Okay, we have, yeah, so that's all of that for lir.h. The instructions I'm not looking forward to doing, so we're gonna skip swiftly to the operands instead, because this might reduce the amount of pain I have to deal with. Let's include it. So we want class operand, or no, we want, what do we do with operand? What interface do we want? So I guess we want constructors for these at least. Or maybe like a manager for all of these that stores everything, and that will make our life easier. Yeah, we should probably make like a operand manager class. Operand manager, I guess. Compatible with PyCharm and VS Code in the terminal? Ooh. That's good stuff. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what does this need? I guess it needs a map for both of these, right? Or just a map of like, I don't know, something. It definitely needs a map for like registers, I guess, because we want some sort of like singletoniness for what's it called? For like the real registers as opposed to like virtual registers. Okay, let's do unordered map. So this takes, do we want to do just an operand mapping? I think that might be a little bit difficult. So, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a separate register mapping first. Is there like a better way to do this? We could also make an enum for all the registers, and that will let us get those easier. What do we want this mapping to be anyway? This seems a little bit difficult. I guess immediates are pretty easy because we can just do uint64t to the relevant immediate. Yeah, so you can do uint64t value to, or uint64t to immediate putter, or unique pointer. Unique pointer to immediate We can do that. We need to add unordered map. In a C++ program that will not show because of copyright? Fair enough. What is wrong here? We need memory. Yeah, okay. That's what we need there. This goes into private, I guess. Alright, so we want like, I don't know, like immediate putter get immediate with like uint64t value, I guess. We want that. We want an operand manager. We want an explicit constructor, I think, because we want to at least be able to default initialize the registers, I think. Yeah, so we want to define that for that reason. And then we have get immediate, and then we want register, get register, std string, this will be name. I'm not sure if I want a separate enum for like the specific backend registers. I'm thinking that might be interesting to have at least. What do we do there? We could do register and like virtual registers as like separate things, I guess. Yeah, but then they don't go one-to-one. But then virtual register, we can just stick an enum value in. That might be cleaner. Or no, the other way around. Non-virtual, we can do that. We could actually just add a default value, I think, and then that will solve that problem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do class virtual register extends public register. This gets the name, so we're gonna steal that. We're gonna paste it in here. Let's get rid of name. Yeah, so we want that. And that needs a semicolon. Okay, so we also want like enum for register name or number or name, I guess. That's like, let's look this up. Brown x64 cheat sheet. Okay. Yeah, so we want, I guess, like register name. Are you doing a register allocator first? I'm just trying to get any semblance of a data structure right now, so. Yeah, so we're gonna do a register name, I guess. So then this will have like, this is not helpful. I just sent a video of it. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to focus on just writing code right now, so it might be something I look at off stream or maybe next stream, but it probably won't be this stream. I really want to just lock in on this for now. It's fun reviewing other people's stuff, but the primary focus is for me to like, you know, do compiler stuff. So I will try to stay focused on that as much as possible. Okay, so we want, I guess we can just steal all of these for now. Do you really need to use cheat sheets? Yes, I do not know the registers by heart. If I did, then I probably would already be employed, but you know, so it goes. So we're just gonna like, steal all of these. Is x64 and x86-64 the same thing? Yes. It's just, I don't think normal people call it x64. So that, I don't think I added a duplicate. These, so that's 8, and then we can just count down. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Yeah, you can definitely call it x64 if you want. I call it x86-64 because I feel like if someone says x64, they're kind of a dweeb. AMD 64 is really funny. Oh yeah, okay. Looks like this is formatted properly, so we can do that. We also want, I guess, like, virtual, I guess. So then we can do, or I guess, like, what do we even call this enum? That's like register. It's not register, I guess. Register num, I guess. Yeah, that might make sense. Oh, that's not gonna work. Reg, I guess we can just do that. Okay, so we can do that. And then we can also do like, I think this is fine, honestly. We can, we can also add like, register num reg, I guess, like that. And this one should be virtual register if it's by name. So we can do that. And I think the best way to do this might just be to have 3 maps. So we want register num to unique putter to register reg sitter. Whoops. Registers. And then just so this is on screen, we can do that. And then instead of register num here, we want instead string, and then we have virtual register. And then we have virtual registers, and then yeah, that should be good. My backend's terribly inefficient? Well, I don't have a backend yet, so you've got me beat already, technically. Everything on stack is like fair enough. Like that is, I think, probably the least awful way to handle if like we have too many variables alive at once. Just like, if we have too many variables, just spill everything to the stack and call it a day. I think that's like pretty valid at least. Okay, I think operand manager is fine. I don't like these names, but this is fine. Let's do virtual register. Takes the string, name. I don't think we really care about get name, but we'll do that when we get there. Actually, no, we will care about that. Okay, and then register. This gives a register num. Reg, I guess. And the idea is we can just make this a singleton, sort of. Yeah, and then we can do register num, get edge num, or string num. What does LVM call it? Ritual, physical? Yeah, that's, yeah, okay, fair enough. That seems like a reasonable way to do it. Equals. Where do like the actual child classes live for this? Yeah, wrapper class around. Okay, yeah. So then maybe we should we pass by value? Interesting. Okay, well, maybe I separate out register from like virtual and physical registers, I guess. That might be the most sane way to do this. Windows terminal, unlucky. That's kind of how it'd be sometimes. LVM, physical register. Oh, does this not exist? Maybe I should just look at the source code. That might be easier. What is MCU? Oh. Val. I can't recommend a tool. Go for it. There's a very good chance I don't use it though, unfortunately. Unless I have like a very good reason. What's your first programming language? Scratch. Everyone loves Scratch. We all love Scratch. Wait, what? File previews in File Explorer? Okay. Tell me more. I don't really see that large of a use case for that, but I imagine it could be useful. Virtual reg flag. Interesting. Oh, Power Toys, yeah, I've heard of it. I thought about installing it and then I got lazy and I didn't. I probably should eventually, but yeah, I'll do that eventually at some point. Some point in the future. Yeah, we can just do this, I think. Yeah, okay. Being able to preview without opening, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But also, like, I kind of just work with C, like, I can just open it with Neovim anyway, so it's like, like, I'm not working with files large enough that cause problems with it, at least. Like, for me, it just solves a problem that I don't really have, I guess. Okay, I think this is all we need for now. Maybe we need to add more to immediates. Oh, hell yeah, we need to add more to immediates. What do we even do with operand? I think we might just have to do it like this and just be boring with it. Because they all have to be handled a little bit differently. Or no, we need like 2-string in here, I think. Right? Or we'll do this later. So we're gonna steal the getter, which is not a lot to begin with. Yes, I'm storing everything in uint64t still for no good reason. It just seems simple enough for me. I guess at this point everything is just data. Maybe it would be smart for me to just do 32-bit and call it a day. So immediate, and then we want uint64t, get value. Alright, so now this header is built out a little bit more, so we can add things at least. Let's just paste everything over that we need. We need that. It seems a little bit silly to not just like have a base register, but yeah, we're just gonna do this the dumb way and just hope everything goes well. Some bugs won't let you even sleep. What's up? How is that going? Like literal bugs or like code bugs? So we want immediate get value. Reg is, or reg not. What is this called? Just reg? Oh yeah, this should be that. Yeah, again, not commentating this too much because it's kind of boilerplate. It's just writing getters, which I'm sure is interesting to exactly like 2 of you maybe, so. Yeah, Windows does just make a mess. I kinda get you on that one. So we want to set name to name. Oh, right, we need, how do I do this superclass thing again? I know I did this in the middle end with values. Or isn't here? Yeah, okay. So we want register with register num virtual. There we go. Okay, so now with that, we can do get name real quick. Name, or wait. So operand manager will kind of be a mess. So, so we can default, I guess everything is initialized by default, so then, register num, is this a thing? No, it doesn't refer. It doesn't work like that. We can also just do this lazily, to be honest. We don't need to like default initialize it actually. So I'm just gonna get rid of the constructor. Yeah, so we launch operand manager. We can do that. And this one we can. So if immediate contains value, or if it doesn't contain it rather, then we can do different behavior. Yeah, so if it doesn't contain value, then immediate value stood make unique what type is this again? Immediate. Oops. Yeah, so we can do that, and then or actually, there might be a nicer way to do this. C++ unordered map. I think the insert function had a nice return somewhere. Yeah, insert. What does this return? Returns. Iterator, and then a bool. So then. Okay, yeah. So then we can just. We could probably just return the. Okay, so let's do this the other way actually. So if it contains it, then we want to return immediate at value dot get. Otherwise, we want to return immediate insert. Yeah, we want to insert because it doesn't exist. Stood make unique of type immediate. This takes value. So what type is this? All right, insert. Or wait. Yeah, it should. What's wrong here? Oh. No matching call for insert? Oh, maybe we just need to auto new val equals that. So I'm gonna do that, and then I guess like operand, I guess. Or okay, we're just gonna do this the less awful way. So we want to insert value operand, right? And then can we just return this? Okay, no, this is stupid. We're just gonna insert it. Ah, this is so bad. Okay, we're gonna go back to step one. So we're gonna do that. Let's just replace this with. Let's just replace this with a actual thing there. Yeah, okay. So if it doesn't contain it, then we make it and map it, and we return what exists there. Just kind of do the same thing here, I think. Yeah, so we can just like Okay. Okay, so then if reg equals virtual, then we can, or actually if it's not virtual, then we can return, actually maybe we should write as a guard clause. Null putter, I don't know, we'll just do that for now. We'll handle this case properly in a second. So then now I think we can steal this stuff. Except this is now registers. We can rename this to be more clear, I think. And instead of registers, we can do like, maybe we do just do like virtual and physical registers. That might be clearer. I don't know. We'll do it like this. We'll refactor it eventually if something goes very poorly. Registers, insert reg, and then std make unique. Register with reg, I guess. And we can return registers at reg, or .get. Yeah, so if it's virtual, then we want to throw sealess was invalid argument exception. What's it called? Just okay, so we can just import std accept. Invalid argument. Then this is register must be physical, I guess. Or yes, reg must not be virtual. Okay, so now we can deal with this mess. Found someone who looks like you on YouTube? Yeah, that's sure. If that's what you think, I guess. I don't really see it, but if that's what you think, then so be it, I guess. Okay. So I don't think we need a check here. We can just do direct name mapping. String hashing slow. Is this slow? Okay, well, surely this will not become a problem. This will not become a problem surely at any point. So let's just make these all virtual registers. Yeah, so we can replace this with name and then make unique virtual register. Let's change this to name. And this is name. Okay. I think this is everything done. At least in operand. So now we get to actually mess with the instructions, which I am not very excited to do. There's so much stuff here. The fact that I've had to comment out so much of this to like make this somewhat sane right now is probably pretty indicative of that. Yeah, luckily, I guess the starting subset is pretty small, so yeah. So I guess we could start with move. What does this take? What does it take? Source and destination. Some opcodes work with only with specific regs. Yeah. I think there's like a hardware optimization reason for that, but I need to learn more about that. I remember seeing something about like shift registers only using those. That does pose like an interesting wrinkle with register allocation, but other than that, I don't really think it's really much of interest. Like that just adds like another edge to the interference graph. So it's still really interesting to think about. Yeah, it turns out all the hardware people just wanna get their free lunch. All the programming language people want their free lunch. All the devs want their free lunch. The person that suffers is the compiler dev, I guess. Yeah, we have to deal with the brunt of everything that comes up, which I guess fair, but even still, it's like damn. Maybe I could do something similar with like the multiplication operators. Let's see. Most instructions use suffix. Some like ret do not use suffixes. Two suffixes. Convert first to the second. I see. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Luckily, I don't think we have anything interesting here, at least. Because, well, we have the silly design choice that I made called we only have ints. So, we could probably just make this we could give it a type at least. We probably need a type thing as well here. Type.h. You may be wondering why I'm not reusing the middle end type pile. I want to, I guess, compartmentalize it as much as possible. So, yeah, that's why it's separated out. But yeah. So anyways, even though I want to compartmentalize it, I'm gonna be doing a lot of copying from here. So, I guess we can go to backend real quick. Let's take type header. It should be an mir. We take type. Let's just get these sizes at least. So we have byte, word, double word, and quad word. Is it safe to call it a double or just a double word? Like, is double word the only way to refer to it? Alright, let's make it D word. Yeah, I could do that, but I want it to be like somewhat readable. Yeah, double does sound like a float. You're right. I'll probably just do double word and quad word though. Like, or not though. I'll do that then. I don't think the trade-off is like really that large at least, so I guess I may as well. Okay, we can steal that real quick. Let's just throw it in here. I'm using Pragma once because I'm lazy. I know it's technically not C, but this is for me, so yeah. If you don't like the Pragma once, then you can deal with it, I guess. Okay, so we want enum class. I guess size? Size. Or Uh, and naming things is always so difficult, I swear. What do we call these? I guess we can just call it size, or like data size? It's not really a type anymore at this point. So we have byte, word, double word. Where is this? Yeah, byte, word, double word, quad word. So we have byte, double, or byte, word, double word, quad word. Yeah, okay. That will work. That will suffice. What else do we want? All GCC versions used to start a game and exit when you use Pragma. Because the devs didn't like it? Interesting. I mean, like, I guess it is like a little bit annoying. I don't understand Pragma very well. I just understand that Pragma once does what a header guard would do instead. And I'm here to write code for the user, so we will use that. And by for the user, I mean only when it is convenient for me to use that as an excuse. Okay, so we want like, I guess we don't really need string to this. We're only printing one direction. Yeah. Pragma pack. I've never heard of that. Pack. Control alignment. Oh, interesting. I guess that makes sense. That seems a little bit, and it's just like, why, you know? Or I guess maybe there's a reason to, actually. Actually, yeah, I can think of a reason already, actually. When writing parallel code, you have, you know, just look up false sharing. Just look up like multi-threading false sharing, and that would be a very good instance where you want to use this Pragma, I guess. That's really cool. There's an attribute? I guess that makes sense, yeah. I love attributes. I should add attributes. Need to represent a bitmap header as a struct? Wow. Okay, so we want, we could just do car or char to char, I guess. We don't really need like the full word. We can just we can, what's it called? Yeah, we can just give the singular letter here. So we can do data size DS? I don't know. Size, I don't know. Yeah, we can do that. Interfacing hardware need a lot, like ACPI tables. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I understand very little from the hardware side, so I will take your word for that, and I will look into it more at a later date. Okay, so we want to char, and then we also want like data size from MIR, I guess. We want to import that here actually. Middle and MIR. We want type. Yeah, so we want that, and we want type, or middle and MIR. And type, I guess. Yeah, okay. Serializing to disk in a binary format? I guess, yeah. I guess that would probably make sense. There's like a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on that I just don't know a lot about. So I can't really speak to a lot of it, but it seems like there's a lot more going on beyond what I know. Okay, backend, let's open this up again. Let's steal this real quick. And then I just tried to close that with a square brace. I might be cooked. Let's see, backend lir type.h. This isn't even type anymore. That's the really funny thing. Let's just write that real quick. So we can rename this real quick. It's not really a type. This is more like, what do we even call this? I don't like data size. Data size seems very annoying. x86, 64 data type sizes. For assembly sizes. Operand size? Yeah, I kind of want to just call this size and call it a day. But operand size is also quite fair. Data size. Well, I'm really bad at making decisions. Yeah, we've already called it data size, whatever. Apologies for not for asking for input and then immediately disregarding it. That's completely my fault. Okay, so we have data size. How much hours are we spending on it daily? Usually I think on average I stream around like 2 hours a day. As of recent, I've like cut down on time because I have a life and I want to like do normal human being school things. So that's like eaten into my stream time a lot, but historically I've streamed for like 2 hours a day on average. Okay, so we want this. And then this as well. 2 char will be the easiest, I think. So we can do a switch on size, case. So we can do data size, byte first. Yeah. So this we can return, I think B is what it was. Yeah, BWLQ. Word W, double word. That is a L. That doesn't really sit right with me, but I imagine there's a good reason for this. And then we can do quad word. Quad word makes sense. Y is double word L. Or no. Y is x86 double word L. L for long? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But that's really funny because I guess it kind of matches long in like C. So fair enough, but like still, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that switch block looks fine. I'll be fine. Compiler job. I found the compilers by sheer luck as it was the piano I was put on as an intern. Ooh. What'd you do? How are you? Or I guess, let me step back. How are you enjoying compilers? Let's add space there. Yeah, let's add a space there. Now we can just do a switch again on. This should have a name on it. Type. So the type as well. Type. Case. Middle end. MIR. This is very verbose. Okay, let's just. Using. No, we can't do it like that. Okay, we want to using MIR equals middle and MIR, I guess. What's wrong here? Oh. Using namespace middle end. Or MIR equals middle and MIR. Does that work? Oh, that just. How do we alias it? Oh, that's it? Okay. Wait, that works? Okay, wait, that makes things a little bit nicer. We can just do that. So we can do that. And then we can do... I1 is really funny because we don't have I1. I might have shot myself in the foot with these sizes. This does not bring me joy. Okay. Okay, I think I1 we will just have to return data size byte, I guess. We don't have 8-bit, which is also really funny. Guess we don't have byte that we need to worry about, so we can kind of just delete these two, I think, maybe? Let's just get rid of these very dangerously. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we leave them. It's a lot of bug fixing, compilers and a lot of maintenance. There's so many esoteric company-specific features. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. That seems like the main line of work that compiler devs do. So I guess that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, not having I8 is like tragic. I'm just gonna do this. Or maybe we could just, let's just only implement I32 right now. Double word. To do macro, that would be smart. Prints the current line crashes. Yeah, that could be good. I might make just like a general utils file. That might be something that I put in there. Let's just did unreachable for now. This will definitely not bite me later when I do something. When I end up doing something really dumb. Yeah, this is gonna be really funny when in a year I like add types and then it crashes here and I'm like, what's causing it? I'm like, oh, it's an unreachable. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll find out the hard way if something goes wrong. Well, the bottom line is we have that done now, so we can go back to instruction. So we want move, we want a, let's get public and private fields in. Let's do data size, size, I guess. I need to import it. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna regret this in a year's time. Yeah, this stood unreachable will be instrumental in me making a fool of myself on stream in exactly a year. Okay, so we have size. We have source destination, I guess. We can do operand putter source and then destination. Yeah, I think that's what we need. We need push and pop as well. Those have two suffixes. Two suffixes. Oh wait, no, one suffix. You can do it with one. Also, I just learned that I just learned completely by accident that the PDF viewer in Firefox uses J and K for up and down, which is very based. I know, I knew that Google Drive's PDF viewer used it, but I didn't know Firefox's did. So that's really cool. Yeah, that's very based. We love Vim bindings. Anything to make my life a little bit more inconvenient when something is not supported. Okay, you can do page fit, and then the bindings work like a charm. Regretting everything in this project, maybe? Yeah, that might happen, but we'll see if I end up getting a job. Or at least this cycle. If we do, then like great. I'll need to figure out what to do with the stream series, because I still want to stream, even if I get a job. But if not, then, well, the stream will keep streaming. So pop just always has one, which makes sense. So we can do that right now. And then we just need size, I think. Or size and destination. We can just steal all of this. We can just steal everything in here. This is a very good start that we can throw into anything. Oh, I reordered those. Okay. Let me just move this on this side instead. That's much better. So push has one suffix, and then it just has source. So yeah, so we can do that, and then pop also just only has destination. That's not the one I want to delete. Okay, so I think that's good for creating these. I feel like I'll just add all of the useful... Yeah, no, I lied. We need constructors, so we may as well just add a complete interface. Okay. Is that all we need for now? Ah, we have call. Maybe we just start with these and like ret for now. We don't even need ret yet. This will... Is this all we need? No, we need ret. We need ret. Ah, crap. Okay. What does ret take? We could just do call and ret. Those shouldn't be that hard. Label or operand. Have no suffixes. Okay, ret is just straightforward, I think. I don't think we need much here. Just a constructor. Yeah, so we have ret, we have call. I think we could just do it with label only. I don't think we have like, I don't think the operand one will be that useful. probably uses RBQ or RBP. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know that there is like a very well-defined calling convention. The base pointer, which is RBP, EBP. That keeps track of base. Yeah, so that is that one. Called function would save the base pointer with caller prior to updating the base pointer. Mostly been eliminated. Select correctly, thank you. Yeah. Dynamic stack allocation. I guess that makes sense. These are the parameters. And then these are caller saved. We need to worry about saving and restoring registers. With the stack pointer, which we love. Oh man, we're gonna need to we're actually gonna need a 64-bit pointer, actually. Or we're gonna need a 64-bit type in here because we need pointers, or stack pointer specifically. I guess with allocates we also might need pointer proper, so we might make a mess, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah, so call needs a label, I think. Yeah, we can just give it a string. Maybe a label class would make sense. No, we don't want to control full graph it. So we want public, private. Maybe it's a little bit troll for me to not do a control flow graph, but I promise there's a reason for it. Label. Is there like a better way to do this? I guess we could just do this for now. If we run into an instance where we don't just call a label, we can add that into the assembly, but I don't think I'm adding dynamically allocated memory for a bit, so I don't think that's much of a concern for me. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't make a mess. It probably will make a mess. Inevitably, it will make a mess. Okay, so let's add the pile here real quick. Instruction move has a data size, operand, putter source, operand, putter destination. What's wrong here? Oh, of course it doesn't have an E. E will always haunt me. The letter E, the damn letter E. Does this always have to be a, or can this be an immediate? I don't think it's allowed to be an immediate. x86 64 MOV. Okay, well, I think we can just leave it like this. We can just assume that we won't have an instance where we try to move something to an immediate. I would be very confused if that happened. Also, I need to figure out which assembly syntax I want to use. AT&T or Intel? Actually. Does this even matter? Like, is there a reason to do this? Either mix it with GCC a lot. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So we will like, I guess hold. I don't know. It's like playing Russian roulette with a full gun. I'm gonna have a bad time either way. All right, we're gonna use Intel syntax. I forgot which one that is. Intel. Destination source. Okay. And so let's just reorder these in a way that I won't mess it up. This also means in this as well. Destination, we have source. I'll write getters as I need them. I don't think that's an immediate concern. I definitely want to add a visitor real quick. So we want void visit or accept instruction visitor putter visitor. Yeah, okay. So we can do that. Let's just steal this and then paste ad infinitum. We have size, just have source, and then pop size, and then instead we have destination. And we still have the same visitor. Call, we need a label. String label, and then I think the label only matters here insofar as like what's it called? It matters insofar as we like print things. So I don't think it's that bad to like duplicate labels. We're not gonna be like doing a lot of comparisons, so we don't need like identifiers on things or whatever. Or no, like IDs on things rather. This looks fine. Finally, we can public. Cleared my buffer, damn it. Move works with immediate 32-bit long. Really? Be in this first column. Oh, there are offsets. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter either way. My plan here is like, I was thinking if there was like some sort of a like class level restriction I wanted to put on the two operands, but honestly, we're just gonna live life dangerously. What could go wrong? If this burns me, then like so be it, I guess. So what have we done so far? We've done a lot of stuff. We've implemented a lot of the C++ files. We just need to implement the stuff for instructions still, but that's fine. This is a pretty comprehensive set for now, I think. The rest of them will just come with more operators that I really don't want to deal with right now. Does this build? Please build. That's a warning. Maybe I just need a... What's in here? Let's just put it like this. Or... Let's just put it here. Yeah, you should make your own compiler as well. It's all a whole lot of fun. If you want to like... I will say that I think you should not go front end to back end like I am. You should do it the other way around. and you should treat it as a bunch of like smaller intermediate compilers. And that allows you to like incrementally test things, and it allows you to like, I think, scale things better to, I guess, your end target state at least. I think the backend is also where most of the interesting stuff in a compiler happens, so that might be a good order to go about it. Yeah, there's plenty of resources. You know of the reading list that I've sent or spoken about multiple times. Why does this still line 29? Oh, I see. Okay, let's just throw the unreachable here. But yeah, you've seen the reading list. You know the resources that I usually endorse for people. Yeah, just go nuts. Make test. Alright, perfect. Which test run because we don't run any of the new code, but at least it compiles, which is helpful. Yeah, this seems like a good pile to call good for now, or at least comprehensive for now. I think I want to implement these things real quick at least. Maybe I should make like a macro to implement accept because it's really annoying to write multiple times. Yeah. So let's just like implement some of this real quick. Backend, lir instruction. Yeah, you could honestly just like start anywhere. I think there's just like so many different places you could start and none of them are bad. It's like, I don't really have a good analogy, but like, yeah, you can do so many different things. It's so cool. Do you use tmux to swap between panes or do you use vim panes? I use vim splits in neovim. Like Control W S and then like it was like Control W V. Yeah, those are the lines. I think those are the defaults as well, so I do that. And then I use tmux for like having a terminal window open because I used to do like this thing and like it was like alright, but like why do you need the terminal open all the time? Like, I don't know, it just didn't really sit right with me, so I just put in a separate window and called it a day. I think that's what most people do anyway, for what it's worth. Anyway, let's implement some of these real quick. I don't think these will be particularly interesting to implement, so let's just do the usual boilerplate. Destination is destination, source is source. Why you don't use tmux? I do use tmux. I just prefer vim splits in neovim because I can because then I can like paste from one window to the other. So like if I want to yank from here, I can put this here. Whereas if I did this with like two separate tmux panes, I would have to like copy to like system clipboard and then paste from system clipboard, and that's really annoying. So that's why I find it helpful to have like all my vim stuff together and then just like have that as like one blob inside of my tmux pile. Okay, so this is just visitor, visit this. This is gonna be really annoying to write how many different times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So we're just gonna paste it preemptively. Yeah. So let's do instruction, move with no E. Can I just do V like this? Yeah, that'll shorten it, but whatever. I'll just do this. Can I see benefits of doing what you're doing? Yes, actually, I'm about to show you. Let me just make a new Tmux window to demonstrate. So let me just open new of them in both of these. So let's go to like, oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I may as well just like, I'm already doing this, so eventually if I want to like make shorts, this will be a great one to make a short of. Yeah, so let's go to like, let's do what I was just doing before. So let's open up instruction, and then an LIR, yeah, okay. So if I wanted to like, if I want to just like implement these two, I'd have to like copy to clipboard, which I have a bind for because I do that a lot. And I have to go, and then like I'd have to like paste from clipboard, which is like really annoying. It's just more keystrokes. I have to like be more deliberate about it, and then like it overwrites my clipboard, and like everyone is unhappy. So instead, in this setup, I can literally just, instead of having to copy clipboard, I can just yank, and then I can just paste. And I keep my clipboard, which is still that because I put that into the clipboard, but yeah, it's quite nice. Is that snacks picker oil? Yeah, I use oil because it feels the most in the spirit of Vim, and then my fuzzy finder is telescope. All my dot files are on my GitHub if you wanted to lift anything. If you want to like look through this thoroughly, just like, I'm just gonna scroll through this real quick. Feel free to like take a screenshot. I guess that's all of them? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't care about lazy dev. Yeah, these are all the plugins I use. Nightfox is just another theme I used at one point. I just like having it. Rainbow Delimiters is underrated as hell. You should definitely use that if you don't. LazyVim? Yeah, I think LazyVim is a pretty good place to start. I started just like from scratch because I'm an insane person, but if I were to go back, I'd start with LazyVim, to be honest. Either LazyVim or Kickstart. Actually, yeah, I would probably endorse Kickstart, to be honest. Okay, so let's get back to this pile. Let's go here. I'm using VS Code and others for so many years. That's fair. It definitely took me a while to get used to using like Vim stuff, and like you do. I think it's just kind of inevitable that it will feel like walking for the first time, or like learning how to walk again. But it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. Granted, I might have a little bit of bias, but you know, that's. I think it's pretty valid bias, or like pretty factually correct bias. I don't need to copy the visitor because we just have this already here. Okay, let's keep going. Let's steal this. Size is size. Destination is destination. Instruction, pop, accept. Steal this again. So let's yank the word, paste it again. This is label. Is label. Or not semicolon. And then, can I just paste? No, I can't because I messed up earlier. Okay. Yeah, you'll eventually figure out which plugins you like, which ones you don't, and then that'll help you, I guess, make your own config. But I think Lazy is like a good place to start, at least just like figuring out what you like and what you don't. Do you use leap hop or flash? I don't. I just haven't really had a reason to. For me, I think Control U, Control D, and then like relative line number jumping is good enough. So I haven't had a reason to, but I imagine some people really like it. Again, that's just like one of the personal taste things as well. Last one is instruction ret. The constructor is a little bit silly for this. I think we can just leave the constructor as default. Yeah, so we can just do this. Flash is insane? Yeah. I feel like I'm just not... I feel like I just don't think in a way that Flash would be useful for me. I just feel like, for me at least, I think just relative line numbers is good enough. Relative line numbers and like Control U, Control D. And then FB. Alright, let's start committing some stuff. Data size stuff. Add data size to backend. Next, we can just add everything. Update backend data structures, and implement everything for now. Okay. I also Satriji, if you remember back in like some of my earlier streams, not even like towards the beginning, but like maybe towards the middle, just like there's that one plugin I had that made everything really difficult, that like forced you to do things correctly. It's like hard time. Yeah, hard time Neoven. It's pretty funny because like you try to spam it and then it like yells at you. So I used this for a while. It got me used to using like number jumps, and I think that's like one of the big things for me at least. There's also like other hints, so like yeah, it's like dash instead of K arrow or K caret, just like these sorts of efficiency things. It will be very annoying for a while, but it will make you better. It will just make you so much faster. Yeah, it's really funny. You will be so upset at it for existing, and you're gonna like try and scroll, and then like it's not gonna let you. But like, I think it has gotten me better at Vim motions across like 1 month than just like a year of or I guess like just a year of active use has gotten me. So yeah. Anyways, I think this is a pretty good place to call today's stream. We got a lot of the base implementation stuff done, which is really nice. Hopefully next time I can maybe write a simple test to compile, and then we can start figuring out instruction selection, which will be a little bit annoying, but we'll make it work. Or at least just like get the entire chain down to like, or just like maybe even adding like a base cogen thing. And like the cogen thing like fails if you have virtual registers still or something, I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching the stream today, especially if you've been here for the entire active stream time. I lost my train of thought. I'm like really tired. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to my channel and like the stream. It helps out a lot with the algorithm. What else do I usually say? Oh, right, the Discord. Join the Discord. It's really nice. There's a lot of nice people. You also get to get pinged when I go live. That's really helpful because YouTube is really bad at that. Yeah, and then connect with me on LinkedIn. Add me on GitHub to stay up to date with what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna go finish up an OS lab and then like get some rest. Take care, y'all. Take it easy and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.